Hi everyone, Jade Harrison here, and I'm going to show you a couple of exercises that you can use to stretch out and loosen your neck, back, and shoulders. This is a special request coming right from one of my clients, Chapel, who is at an equestrian competition right now in Tampa, Florida. So best of luck, Chapel, and I hope that you enjoy this series of stretches. The first exercise that we're going to do is called cat-cow. And you probably will recognize this from yoga. So for our cat-cow, we're going to come to an all-fours position with our knees underneath our hips and our hands underneath our shoulders. We'll take a deep breath to prepare, and as we exhale, we're going to round our spine, tucking our chin and tucking our hips as we exhale. Inhale back to a neutral spine position. And exhale back to that cat pose. And inhale back to neutral spine. Continue going. As you tuck your chin, tuck your hips at the top. Exhale. And inhale. And now we'll start to take this range of motion a little bit bigger by lifting our hips at the top, lifting our eyes, coming into that cow pose, and then exhale back to cat, stretching out that back. Inhale, lifting the hips, lifting the eyes, and dropping the belly button down towards the floor as we inhale, and exhale back to that cat. Inhale, lift the eyes. And feel the abdominal stretch, and exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, and exhale. We'll do this a couple more times, going at the pace of your own breath. And inhale back to neutral spine position. Go ahead, lower your hips behind you. Reach your hands forward, coming into child's pose so that you can rest and relax. Feel that stretch in your lower back, as well as in your glutes, quadriceps, and along the front of your shins. Take a couple deep breaths here and try to relax. If you like, you can let your head come down to the mat. And you can get a deeper stretch in your latissimus dorsi muscles if you reach your hands forward, spreading your fingers, letting your chest drop down towards the mat. And if you like here, you can reach your hands back towards your feet and allow your shoulders to round over your knees and let your forehead rest on the floor. Close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths as you try to consciously release and relax all the muscles in your lower back, in your hips, and in your legs. And you can turn your head to the other way, get a little stretch in your neck to the other side. Continuing to breathe, filling your belly with air as you inhale, and relaxing a little bit more every exhale. Now slowly return your hands back to underneath your shoulders, and let's come to a nice kneeling position. From here, let's open up our chest. Take your hands to the base of your back and squeeze your elbows towards each other in the back as you lift your eyes, lift your chest, and stretch out the front of those shoulders. This is a great counterbalancing stretch to back stretches. Take a couple deep breaths and try to relax. So next up, we're going to stretch out your glutes, because a lot of times when we feel back pain or stiffness, it can be a systemic problem that starts maybe in the legs and the glutes and the hips and radiates upwards through our backs. So we're going to take a few moments to stretch out our glutes with our seated glute stretch. So let's sit with our legs straight out in front of us. We're going to bend one knee and cross that leg over the bottom leg. Give that knee a hug and turn and twist, looking behind you. Pulling that knee towards your chest or towards your opposite shoulder. And continue to twist until you feel that stretch in your gluteus maximus muscles down here. You may also feel a nice gentle stretch through your back. Take a couple nice deep breaths. And let's take it to the other side. So we'll straighten out this leg and switch over, bending that other knee. Cross that bent leg over, give that knee a hug, and twist to look behind you as you hug that knee close to your shoulder. Take a couple deep breaths. And let's return back to the front. Okay, now what I'd like to do next is called the shoelace stretch, and that is going to be more for your gluteus medius, gluteus minimus muscles here in the side of your hips, which can sometimes lead to tightness that radiates up through your back. So we're going to bend both of our knees. One of our knees is going to be or one of our legs is going to be kind of more flat towards the floor, the other is upright. We're going to take this leg and just inch it around to bring our hip or our foot outside our hip. This other leg is going to cross over. All right, and now this may be enough of a stretch for you to feel that stretch here in the sides of your hips. You want to keep both of your sit bones on the ground here. If you need a little bit more of that stretch, you can just keep bringing your feet out away from each other while you keep your sit bones on the ground. So sit nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath. And try to allow those muscles to loosen. Now you can also play with this stretch to intensify it or get the stretch where you need it. So you can bend forward from the hips, bringing your chest forward, and that's going to just change the stretch slightly, and that might be the stretch that you need. Or, this is what I often have to do, is actually lean back, and that's where my points of tension are. So I actually have to lean back like this. You may feel just comfortable sitting up straight, that's also okay. So just try to focus on relaxing those muscles that you feel that are tight. With every exhalation, just try to release a little bit more. And let's take it to the other side. So let's unwind that top leg and let's switch it out. Starting with both knees bent, we'll flatten out that other leg, inch our foot to the opposite hip, keeping both sit bones on the ground, and then we'll cross this leg over, sitting nice and tall. And once again, play with the stretch to find the point of tension that you need to release tight muscles. So you can keep bringing your feet apart until your knees are stacked, or you may feel more comfortable here. That's fine. As long as both of your sit bones are on the ground and and you got a nice tall posture, to start, it's okay. And go ahead and play with leaning back or reaching forward. Continue to breathe. Find that point of tension where you need the stretch. Hold it and try to relax into that. Okay, and now let's return to a nice comfortable seated position. Cross those ankles, sit nice and tall. Now what I'd like to do is a little bit of lateral spinal flexion to help loosen up your hips and lower back. So we're going to take one hand down to the floor and our other hand is going to reach overhead and to the side. And I want you to just find that stretch that you need right here. What I'm really trying to go for is feel that point of tension right here above the hips, okay? But you may have a really tight lats, and you may feel it this way as well. Just find that stretch, how it feels good for you, that point of tension, and just try to hold it, breathe, and relax, and try to consciously loosen those muscles with every exhalation. And let's take it to the other side. Inhale to return back to the center. And we'll reach up and over as we breathe. And we'll take it back up to the front. All right, one more stretch. Let's take those hands on the knees and we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So this time, as you bring your spine back behind you, I want you to really focus on drawing your shoulders forward and allowing your shoulder blades to separate in the back. So let's inhale to prepare and exhale as we curl our spine back behind us, holding onto our knees with our hands. And then inhale back to a nice tall seated position. I'll turn to the side so you can see what this looks like. So inhaling and exhaling as we curl our spine back, tuck the chin, and round those shoulders forward, allowing the shoulder blades to separate. Inhale back to the center. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And I know I said that was the last one, but I just thought of another exercise that's going to be helpful to loosen up your tight neck, back, and shoulders. So coming back to a nice tall seated position, let's start by just turning the head side to side. I know that a lot of people have really tight trapezius muscles in the upper trapezius zone because we tend to hold all of our tension in our shoulders with our shoulders coming up like this. So it's really important to practice drawing those shoulders down and then loosening that muscle up by just looking side to side. Now we'll make it a little bit bigger. Twist and hold as you exhale to one side. And inhale back to the center. And exhale, twist to the other side. Let's do that a couple more times before we end here. Exhale, twist. Inhale back. Exhale, twist. And you can intensify that by continuing to twist and look over your shoulder. Inhale back. One more time to both sides. Exhale. And inhale, and one more time to the other side. Exhale. And inhale. I hope that this has been helpful for you to loosen up your tight neck, back, and shoulders. Chapel, once again, good luck. And I'm going to keep brainstorming other ways that I can help you loosen all that stuff up. But I do want to open the floor up to anybody who has a request for stretches or exercises that they would like me to demonstrate. I take requests from my clients all the time, and I show them series of stretches or series of exercises, but you guys are also welcome to give me requests. So you can leave those requests in the comments section below this video. Make sure that you hit like and subscribe to my channel. Once again, I'm Jade Harrison, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.